So welcome back to Film Marriott on YouTube. Today it is Boys on Film Time and a movie review. Raj is going to pronounce it because I can't.
The Curse of La Llorona.
Thank you very much. So yeah, the unpronounceable movie that Raj is going to tell us about.
You know what, can I say this, Phil? Like, The Curse of La Llorona, I really wasn't even interested in it at all. It kind of just looked like a small independent horror movie from the information that you're given. So you're given one still image and a little blurb about the film. But I didn't put two and two together, but I show up at the movie theater, okay, gonna watch this little independent horror film, you know, because maybe I'll be surprised. As it turns out, it's a new chapter in the Conjuring Universe, and James Wan, the director, is there. And I'm
Amazing.
like, oh my god! I was completely surprised because I didn't know it was part of the Conjuring, and I didn't do my research, really.
But don't you think it's best not to know about anything?
I will say, I was so glad I didn't know that, because once I got there and I figured out, because we were waiting in the line, and I'm like, you know, you can see the people on the red carpet and people getting interviewed, and I was like, oh my god, is that James Wan? What's he doing here? I mean, you know, you can't really mistake him.
No.
You know, he's so small with the red hair.
Yeah.
I was like, well, what is James Wan doing here? You know, no one told me. I was, you know, I didn't really have time to research all the films that much. I was just like going by my gut feeling about whether I should see this or not. Yeah, as it turns out, it's a new chapter in The Conjuring. So James Wan has turned over the films over to a new director so they can tell the story, but it definitely feels like James Wan's stamp is all over it. So I think we're going to see a lot of other movies that come out that have hints of other characters, like the Crooked Man and
well, we had it with Annabelle, and you know, all these spin-offs of characters. So this is about what? What's the story?
Well, basically, it is I believe it's a Mexican like folklore about La Llorona. Like, she is going to go after children because when she was living and she was very beautiful, she caught her husband cheating on her, and so she thought the best way to get back at her husband was to kill the things that are most precious to him, which is his children. So La Llorona killed her children, and now she's like a curse that goes around, and if you see a woman crying, it's the curse of La Llorona. La Llorona.
See? You were so cocky to start with.
And then she's going to come and steal and kill your children. So
I love the sound of that, because that's like in horror movies, you always see the pet dying, the dog dying or the cat dying. It's like things that are precious to you, and I think that's quite clever. Although I don't like seeing that in movies, it does tap into my kind of real fear of losing a pet. And I think with most people that are watching that, and that's obviously, you know, a real trick in horror movies, isn't it, to do that?
So the kind of spin on this is that Linda Cardellini, I think her name is, I can't pronounce her name, but she plays a social worker, and one of her clients is a woman, and she has two children, and she goes to do a visit, and she sees that the children are like locked in a closet with all this weird stuff written on the door. She's like, why are you locking your children up? Why are you locking your children up? And she like tries to like release them, and you know, obviously makes them vulnerable to La Llorona coming to get them. And then after that, La Llorona comes and tries to go after the social worker's kids, and it's very much a Conjuring story from there.
It's a real year for horrors, isn't it?
Yeah.
We got Us, which you reviewed. We've got Pet Sematary. We've got the second chapter of It, which is coming out later this year as well. It's a big year for big blockbusters.
This particular screening was really kind of creepy though, because when you walked in, they were handing you like red handkerchiefs, and you didn't know what you're supposed to do with them. So,
there's a code for that.
And they had like, I know, exactly. And because that joke was made quite a few times.
Sorry, I'm so tiresome.
And then, you know, there's people with sage, like saging you down when you're walking in.
Oh, wow.
It's like, oh, that's kind of creepy.
That's kind of unnerving, isn't it? Yeah.
And so they're like, they have this guy come out who's like, I guess a witch doctor kind of person, and he explains like, you know, why they're saging all the negative energy out of the room, because they don't want La Llorona to like come and take a part of her home with you, and then you take these red handkerchiefs and you like rub all the bad energy off of you, and you're supposed to throw it away.
So when we saw Halloween, we saw Michael Myers walking around with some dodgy shoes on. That's what we had at that multimedia screening. You sound like they really
it was
pushed the boat
It was
out.
creepy. And then like when the Q&A started and the actors come out, they're pretty much saying that like there were some really creepy moments on set where they thought that like La Llorona was there and kind of watching over things, which kind of creeped me out.
Wow.
I was like, I don't want to see any of those red handkerchiefs ever again. Of course, we get home and my partner, get back to the hotel room. I wake up the next morning, there's a red handkerchief sitting there. I'm like, why did you throw that thing away? I don't want no bad energy coming after
I got
me.
some fresh sage in the kitchen if you want some.
And then you come out of the screening and there's people like being saged down. Like they were really going after the whole trying to creep you out thing.
I love that.
Yeah, I was properly creeped out.
Do you think if you'd had that experience though, you would have found it as scary? Because there's that, that fear of, I don't know, the unknown, isn't it? I mean, horror, when it works well, it's that fear of the unknown.
Yeah, I would say on its own, without all the film antics and the publicity stuff going on its own, it was a pretty scary film.
Oh, okay, that's good.
There are some moments in there where you're like, oh my god.
Would you say you scare easily though?
No, but I don't like gore.
Right.
So I can't like watch things that are really gory, but...
Is this gory?
No, not at all. Not by any means, but very scary. So I think it's a common theme here with horror films.
Yeah. See, I don't think, I think the horrors that work best are the ones that really get under your skin.
Yeah, absolutely. And this kind of does that. It gets under just the right amount under your skin. So.
Excellent. So it's the Curse of
La Llorona.
Thank you. And your star rating is?
I will give this one a 4 too.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And the fact that it was James Wan, the director of Aquaman, was there, I was like, oh.
Amazing. Can we give a quick plug to your website? Because a lot of people that watch this might not know about EQ Music blog.
Sure. So you can catch me on eqmusicblog.com. So me and my team, we write about new, fresh electronic pop indie music, and all of our fun film and TV reviews can be found there as well.
I love it. And of course we do Boys on Film. We do it Monday and Friday usually, but we do throw in the extra one or two occasionally. And we cover a lot of film festivals. If you want to check out our playlist, we have been covering the BFI Flair Festival. It is up there. So just click on it and don't forget to show your love, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next video.